The mastermind behind an adult website that exploited dozens of women pleaded guilty in federal court to multiple sex trafficking counts today. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. CBS 8's Esmeralda Perez joins us in studio tonight with details on this case and how two victims are reacting to his plea. Esmeralda?
Well, Carlo, Marcella, for the victims, it's been a long, tormented battle filled with ongoing harassment. They say today's plea doesn't undo what's been done. Michael Pratt ran the website Girls Do Porn. He orchestrated a sophisticated scheme that targeted young women through deceptive online ads for modeling jobs. These ads promised opportunities like clothes modeling or private videos, but once the women arrived in San Diego, the reality was starkly different. Pratt and his associate pressured, coerced, and sometimes threatened the women to perform in explicit videos. The victims were falsely assured that the videos would never be posted online or seen by anyone they knew. In reality, the videos were widely distributed, where they garnered millions of views and generated over $17 million in revenue for Pratt and Associates. For the victims, the impact was devastating and psychological trauma was profound.
A guilty plea is just words. It doesn't undo the damage, and it doesn't give back the years that he's stolen from not only my life, but from so many lives of all of the women.
CBS 8 has been following this story since 2019. Today, we spoke with two of the victims. We are concealing their identity for their privacy. One of the women told us she is still being harassed more than a decade later. She doesn't feel this plea serves her justice.
I think it provides a small amount of justice to know that he's in prison and is going to serve no matter what, whether he's going to trial or he's going to just be sentenced. But I think in the long term, knowing that he got to plead and is likely going to serve less time because he pled guilty doesn't serve me justice.
It's been a long legal fight. The scheme was first brought to court with a civil lawsuit filed in 2016 by attorney Brian Holm. The FBI reached out to interview victims in 2017, which helped build the criminal case against Pratt and his associates. Pratt liquidated his assets and fled the United States in 2019 and was arrested 3 years later in Spain.
Today was a big day because he formally pled guilty. So he's acknowledged he's done wrong, and he's avoided that answering that question for 10 years now since I've been on the case.
Holmes says many of the videos are still online on websites hosted outside of the U.S. And Holmes says some of the U.S. companies are running ads on those sites.
What these guys did to them was horrific and traumatizing. But seeing the criminal justice system at work definitely helps.
And Pratt will learn his fate in September. We are told Pratt's attorneys are hoping for a sentence of less than 22 years in prison.
So, Esmeralda, what about the other people that were working with Pratt?
Well, 3 of the men have already been convicted and sentenced for their roles in the scheme. Their punishments range from 4 to 20 years in prison. A woman who is described as an office manager will be sentenced in September.
Right, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, these women have waited for justice. Hopefully some are getting some healing going with this. Thanks, Esmeralda.